So, Priya, please ask your question.
Hello, sir. A very good afternoon. My name is Priya, and I'm right now I'm working as an intern in Chandigarh.
Hmm.
So I have this. We are currently learning German, and we are on A2 level. So we were just also preparing side by side, like how to go through this process as soon as possible. So I have this doubt, sir. Like I have heard, there is a lot of time these embassy people are taking for visa applications, and we are not getting appointments also, like to book. So we were thinking to apply for hospitation so that we can at least get our appointments as early as possible. So do you know, sir, how to apply for hospitation? Like should we directly email the hospitals and shortlist them? And should we send them CV directly over the mails? Like, sir, we don't have any
Yes.
idea, and there is no any resource or videos to
No,
have
resources
in
are there.
there.
Resources there. Videos are also there. You just have to find them. It's on my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
See about hospital. I'll tell you in short how it is. It has to be done. I made a video like long back, 2016 or 17, about that. Um,
Yes, sir.
there Yeah, what you have to do is that, as you said, mention directly, you have to mention, make a list of hospitals, or first choose a state where you want to go, and then you
Uh,
can make a list of hospitals over there. One by one you can start sending emails to them. You have to formulate like 3-4 paragraph nice email, explaining your motivation, your reason, who you are, describing yourself, what your career prospects are, like plans are, that way. And to that you have to attach your CV in German. Okay, simple CV, not very fancy, simple CV with a photograph, and you have to send it in a PDF form. Okay, and
okay,
then
sir.
send this email to different hospitals, requesting them for a hospitation, 3 months to 6 months hospitation. Okay, so in that way, I mean, getting hospitation is not so easy. You have to send, like, say, 100 emails for one somewhat positive response, 200 emails for maybe one positive response, and that also many times does not work out because of the appointments and all. So
Okay,
it's
sir.
a like a difficult process, but you will get it if you keep applying. You will get it. So yeah, you have to just begin the application process.
Okay, sir.
That
Sir,
would be
one
a good
more.
thing. Yeah, please.
Yeah. Sir, is like up to which level German we should know, like before applying or before getting into the job?
No,
Observation.
for application, you don't require any German language. If you know it's well, I mean, they will prefer you that, okay, you can speak German. Otherwise, there can be
Okay.
people who can only speak English and still they can do hospitation, even though they will not
Okay.
benefit from the
Okay.
hospitation. But officially, there is no
But
requirement as such.
okay,
Okay,
so
so
it is not necessary.
what I would suggest is that you start applying right away, and you're learning
Yes, sir.
language as it is. So by the time you get a
Okay.
acceptance, there is a time lag, because see, when you will keep applying, you will get one positive response. Then you
Yes, sir.
eventually you apply for visa. Then visa will again take 2 months, 3 months time to come, and
Yeah,
then you will.
yeah,
So there is going to be a time lag of 5-6 months, and in this 5-6 months time, till the time you're ready to board your flight to Germany, you will have learned the language till B2 level, hopefully. So
yeah.
so don't
So
wait
is
for. Yeah,
sorry,
please,
sorry.
please,
So,
please.
what would you suggest? Like, we were planning to learn B2 German, like once we reach Germany. But like, what would you suggest? Like, what would
Very
be
bad
good?
idea. Very bad
How
idea
come?
to learn. See, if you have seen my previous videos like 3 years back, I have mentioned that, okay, there are different ways one can come to Germany after B1, do B2 in Germany. That was acceptable that time. It was working that time. But now,
Okay,
what I
sir.
have totally changed my perspective on that. I have totally changed my strategy. I suggest
Okay.
don't board the flight to Germany if you don't have B2 certificate in hand. Okay,
Okay.
to
Okay.
board the
Okay.
flight for Germany, you must have B2 certificate. That will make your life much easier. Because I get calls from people, and during our Skype appointments and all, people say that, okay, I feel like I'm wasting my time in India. I can go to Germany and learn German better. I tell to them that, see, you feel you're wasting your time in India right now. When you come to Germany
Okay.
without having B2, you'll be wasting your time and money in Germany. So wasting is going to be there. Only thing is that where you are wasting is.
Money.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
sir.
in Germany, the
Yeah.
living costs also included in that. So the language course, which could be done from home or online in India with comfort of your home, where that becomes like expensive affair when you come to Germany, because your course fees, your accommodation, everything. unnecessarily,
Mm-hmm.
health insurance and everything. So
Yes,
I
sir.
don't say that, I don't see, I mean, benefits obviously there, that you can learn from the native teachers, you can learn, you communicate every time in German, so you know the system a little bit better. But is it worth it? I don't think so. And the risks are higher
Yes, sir.
because that time when you are in Germany, your aim has to be to find a job. Okay, your
Yes, sir.
aim has to be to prepare for the Fachsprachprüfung, because these things cannot be done from India. But things which
Yeah.
can be done from India has to be done in India. That is the most cost effective affair. If someone just wants to like chill out, then it's okay. Then can come and like see how the student life is and enjoy the winters and the summers here. That is a different thing. But when you ask me on a very what's a cost effective and what we say very practical plan, that I believe that language has to be done in India, and then you can come here for Fachsprachprüfung or hospitation or both. And as soon as you come, start job search, because that is the reason you're not coming. Your aim is not to become expert in German language. Your aim is to get a job in Germany as a doctor, right?
Yes,
So
sir. Yes.
that's, I get a little excited when this topic comes, because I get very like it's um,
Mhm.
because this very frequent question.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I have answered your
Actually,
question, Priya.
yeah, yeah. Sir. Thank you so very much.
Wonderful. So, Kritika,
Oh, good evening, sir,
good evening.
and happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali to you too.
So actually, I am friends with Priya, and we both are doing internship.
Hmm.
And so my doubt is like you posted a video about we did our MBBS from Mauritius. We
Okay.
don't have license from Mauritius, so is that a problem?
For Mauritius, I don't think there should be a problem. See, I know I have posted one video, a short video, like couple of months back, and since then I'm flooded with the like request on the update of that. The problem is there is no update as such. The information which was gathered was after talking to different people, which I very often do, and then we're waiting. Like in the course of time, in last 2 months, from our consulting candidates, a couple of them have also gotten the like without with only one license, that is license from their home country, they have gotten license. But there is also one guy who has been denied. Okay, so there is like in your case, and I'm talking about China candidates, okay, graduates from China. People from other countries like Mauritius, like Russia, like Ukraine, there have not seen much problem as of now.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
so this is, I mean, it has to be seen with course of time how it develops. I cannot, I mean, I don't know how things will be. Maybe more reports and more people will come up with more reports, will know better. But at present, we don't see much problem with people from like non-China. People with China, Pakistan, they have kind of problem. But there also, as I said, that not all are rejected.
Okay, sir. And sir, I have one more doubt. If we are doing hospitation, can we do it along with the preparation for FSP also?
Hospitation, you say hospitation, right? In Germany.
Yes, yes, sir.
See, yes, you can do when you do a preparation for FSP online or on your own. That then
O-
you can do. Otherwise, if you have to go for 8 hours to the hospital for hospitation, then when will you do the course? No? When will you? Because there are very little, and also important thing is that one has to notice that when you go to a hospitation in particular city or a particular town, you need to have the course also in that town. The courses are not so frequent that it's in every town, right? So those are courses are in major towns, and then the traveling and everything, it becomes very impractical. So what I suggest is to do in a sequence. Like you first come for a course. Okay, you can arrange these things, because course appointments can be booked online, or you can contact the institute for the course appointment. Hospitation appointments also you can discuss with the institute or the hospital over there. What you can do is you can arrange it like this, that you first come for the FSP course, you do that, and at the end of the FSP course, where you're prepared for the exam, then you do a hospitation, because you don't know when your FSP date will be. Okay,
Yes.
so if you do it other way around, then the problem is that it might happen that by the you get the exam date on the first day of your course beginning. Like, so that way you'll have a problem. You booked a course, you have a course, but the exam is before the course. So that way, that is a little impractical.
Okay, sir. And so we should apply for Lageso from India itself.
Yes, you are applying for Berlin.
Yes, sir. So I'm
Application is
not
good.
sure.
The job
I'm not sure. Like
Lageso
which.
is institute.
Yeah.
Lageso is the institute for Berlin.
Okay.
Okay, so Landesgericht für Gesundheit und Sozialamt, something, I mean, I forget the full form of it, but Lageso is for Berlin. There are different different approvations authority, the licensing authority for different states. So for Niedersachsen is Nizza, then Bayern, this is Regierung Oberbayern. So like that, start for Stuttgart, it is like Startpräsidium Stuttgart. Some the different states are different. That's why when you said Lageso, I asked if you're applying for Berlin. If you're not already applied for Berlin, or if you're not totally convinced to apply for Berlin, then please allow me to tell you otherwise. Dissuade you from that, because you might apply to Berlin, everything will flow fine till you want to find a job, because then you will not find a job in Berlin. Okay, because
Yes.
Berlin is overcrowded in that way. Many doctors, everyone wants to go there, and then the job finding is difficult. All right. So then you have a problem, one step, additional step, that to move to another state after you have passed the exams and everything. That is an additional step then.
Please suggest where should we apply this?
See, I mean, if I always suggest 2-3 states, and that way the number of applicants also increase in that state. What I would suggest is, but I even now my preferred state is the state of Bayern. Bayern is a Bavaria, that state where Munich is, because that state is a big state. It has lots of hospitals, different tiers of hospitals, small, big, like university levels. So one has a good flexibility, mobility. One can begin at a smaller, like remote area hospital, and can move to a bigger hospital. Okay, within the same state. Okay, so
Okay.
when you move a state, that becomes challenging because of the paperwork. That's why Bayern, in my way, in my view, is still one of my favorites. Other favorites, Niedersachsen, I said, it takes time. But if you have time, then Niedersachsen is also not a bad state. You decide good state or bad state depending upon what is the success rate for the exam. Okay, if how difficult the exams are, because that is the bottleneck. Time, couple of months here and there, you can manage that. Okay, fine. Instead of 5 months, it's going to take 8 months. Fine. But if you fail the exam, then every time you fail the exam, or the Fachsprachprüfung exam, I mean, you can repeat it, but every time you'll have to pay, say, 350 to 500 euros of the exam fee. Plus, if you don't get appointment immediately, you get appointment 3 months, 4 months, 5 months later. That means that waiting time, you have to count your living costs as well. That means if your living cost 800 euro and 5 months waiting time, then you have 4,000 euro like expense over there. And also one has to count the opportunity cost, that if you have worked for those 5 months and you would have been earning like 3,000 euro per month, those 5 months you would have earned 15,000 euro. So 15,000 euro loss of income, 4,000 euro of living expense. So become 19,000 and plus 500 euro of your exam fees. Approximately 18 to 20,000 euro you are losing. You're losing when you don't pass the exam. And 20,000 euros is not a small amount. That way one has to calculate in the opportunity cost as well, and then you'll realize that one has to choose a state where one can pass the exam, where the exams are fair. In that way, let me tell you, not to apply to the state of Northern Westphalen, because that is, exams are difficult over there.
Okay,
And Kenntnisprüfung, that is the knowledge test, there that you can take only 3 times. That means if you don't pass the exam 3 times, then your career as a doctor in Germany is over. That time you cannot change the state.
And so we are just interns right now. So like, will it be very difficult for us to find a job, like, because most of the people are experienced, they have done their PGs and everything?
See, it's not like that. Different hospitals, different chef, the bosses, there are different kinds, and they like, someone likes experienced people, and also the moment of requirement at that time. For example, if the hospital all are experienced, because here we don't have year-wise system like we have in India, that okay, same number of people will be taken in first year, then they will go in second year. It's not like that, and people are flexible in changing jobs also. So it might happen in a hospital that everyone is a 4th year and 5th year resident. Okay, or 6th year, like a little advanced, and they don't have anyone who is first year, who is going to draw blood, who is going to hold the retractors in the operation, who is going to do the basic work. That time they require them the basic person, because if the experienced person comes over there, he will not do all those things. He will want to operate, like I'm talking about surgical branches. So that time they require fresher people. It depends upon situation to situation. That's why you have to keep applying everywhere. And yeah, and when you go to the hospital during your interviews, when you meet the team and everything, you'll get to know that are there freshers in the team during the interviews. I'm seeing and hospitation, are there freshers in the team? Are there Ausländer, the foreigners in the team, or is it only German team? So entry into such teams which is only German, it's quite difficult. Okay, and also when the entry happens, to staying there is also difficult. To be very honest, our language is broken. Our knowledge of the system is not there. Like we don't know how to behave in different situations. The medical knowledge, theoretically, we might be superior. We have read lots of books, but the practical knowledge that people have here, who have learned, who have studied here, that is little different than what we are used to. Staying there in an entire, like a big hospital in a completely German team becomes difficult. Opportunities are there. You don't have to worry about that. You have to keep applying to all places.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
So, Dr. Baldeep Singh, I see your hand raised.
Yes, sir. Sir, I want to ask, how is the gynae in the hospitals, and how much hours should the doctors work in hospitals? While
In general,
now we are just going in a praxis, and
Mhm.
I want to ask of the hospitals, and I also want to ask you whether you had any benefit for your ortho degree you have done in India.
No, first of all, I have not done ortho degree in India. I started in Germany only. So that way, I was MBBS. I had worked in India for government hospitals and corporate also, but my degree was MBBS only. Okay, so I had not
Okay.
done any post graduation before I came here.
Okay,
So
so can we do surgery after we have done our FSP in hospital?
surgery, you mean as in as a residency in surgery? You mean?
Yeah, as you can know, my wife is a gynecologist. In India, we
Yeah.
were doing 4-5 cesareans every day. Are we
Yeah.
allowed after FSP with our
See,
berufserlaubnis to do
with
the surgery?
Berufserlaubnis, no, Berufserlaubnis, first of all, see, Berufserlaubnis is your like temporary license. Okay, you can
Yeah.
work as a doctor.
Okay.
Will you be allowed to do surgery on your own, like as a consultant in India? For that, you need to have recognition. Like you need to have a Fachärztin title. She needs to have a Fachärztin is a specialist, right? So
Okay.
that title. So once the recognition process is done, and after she has worked 2-3 years, like then she can take the Facharzt exam in Germany. And when she's passed that exam, she has the specialist title in India. Then she can operate independently.
Okay.
Till that time, she'll be working as an assistant Ärztin. That means she'll be assisting in the operations. She might be doing certain steps on her own under supervision of someone else who is there in the operation. But independently operating, writing yourself as a like main operator for a particular person or particular patient, that will happen only she has a title of Fachärztin.
Okay. And for how long are the doctors working in Germany in hospitals? With
So in
how many
hospitals,
hours? Yeah.
they have in general a 40 hours contract, 40 hours per week contract. Okay,
Okay,
so
sir.
you go at 7, you come at 4, you have half an hour of pause in between.
Okay.
That is a normal thing, but then you have extra duties also. So in
Okay.
general, in Germany, till 56 hours per week, an average, like 6 monthly average of 56 hours per week, employer can ask you to work. Okay.
Okay.
But and when you have to work beyond that because of the duty plan and everything, then they need an extra permission from you that you have to write an opt-in. Opt-in means like you have to sign a form, which means that you are opting in that you to work extra. If you say that no, I will not fill this opt-in form, I will not work extra, I will just work maximum 56 hours per week, I'm not going to work. So then either the hospital will agree with it or they will fire you. So yeah, I mean there are only two options because they want someone who can work more. Otherwise, the duties will not be covered. So 56 hours is a maximum which hospital can like give you duties to work with. After that, with your permission only.
Okay.
But
One
then
more
all,
question.
for all extra work, you get paid. No?
Okay, sir. Sir, I want to know, like we have done our PG in India,
Mhm.
is it necessary that we will also have to give the Kenntnisprüfung, or in some states we don't have the need to do that after our SFSP?
Yes, some states you don't need to do that. That's why there was one question about the Gutachten, and you only asked me about the Gutachten, no?
Nine.
That
The
okay,
contract.
yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I say that if you have a postgraduate degree, okay, then
Okay.
going towards Gutachten makes sense because it might happen that you don't have to give a good like the Kenntnisprüfung. This has happened
Okay.
with several of our candidates, the consulting candidates. There, they applied and they were already specialists. I have also posted videos about them on YouTube. So
Okay.
they were specialists, and it took some time. And then they were totally like one fine day they got an email that okay, we have decided to give you an approbation, and we are sending it per post. So in 2 weeks, it came per post, the approbation, without doing anything from us. Like we did right in the beginning, all the documents they proofed every document. They told us to send many documents again and again with corrections, and we did that
Okay.
because since that doctor was already quite experienced, 6 years post PG working as assistant professor and everything. So we thought that okay, this is worth the effort. Here you have to put the effort, and then it worked out fortunately. So
Okay.
people with postgraduate degree, I recommend you go for Gutachten.
Okay. And have you any experience regarding Niedersachsen's in this matter for the Gutachten?
See, I have experience with Bayern, but
Okay.
Niedersachsen is also quite okay state in that way. So there also one can expect the state of Northern Westphalen. There, I would not say that you should go for it. Okay, but see, you have to go as it is for both. Basically, it will. Neither I cannot say Niedersachsen because I don't have any examples for Niedersachsen. But
Okay.
in my view, it's okay. One should go for it.
Actually, it is very difficult while she has been doing gynecology for last 6 years, and then again for FSP it ist auch ein bisschen schwierig.
Schwierig, ja,
Und
verstehe.
dann man kennt es, warum sie muss eine Anamnese mit der Medicine-Patienten machen. Ja, das ist ein bisschen schwierig für
Deswegen habe ich gesagt, dass soll man versuchen mindestens. Ja, das kostet ein bisschen und dauert auch ein bisschen, ne, aber wenn das erfolgreich ist, dann lohnt sich. Das hat sie dann gesamt so 6 Monaten gespart, wo sie alle Fachrichtungen lernen musste und dann Prüfung ist auch nicht sicher. Ne? So, wenn sie Prüfung nicht besteht, und dann zurückgehen an Gutachten, das ist nicht eine gute Idee, weil das wird Probleme machen von erster Kammer. Weil die erste Kammer wird sagen, dass okay, sie haben am Anfang auf dieses Gutachten verzichtet. Sie haben gesagt, ich möchte kein Gutachten, ich möchte direkt Prüfung ablegen. Und jetzt sind sie durchgefallen 3-mal. Und jetzt dürfen wir Gutachten nicht machen. Ja, so that way I would say.
Vorbereiten für die FSP könnten wir unsere Unterlagen für das Gutachten schicken?
Ja. Sie wird immer gefragt, möchten Sie Gutachten, möchten Sie das nicht? Und wenn sie gefragt wird, möchten Sie Gutachten, dann muss sagen, ja, ich möchte Gutachten.
Okay, jetzt konnte ich meine Unterlagen für Gutachten schicken.
Ja.
Weil ich jetzt...
Unterlagen muss nicht 2-mal geschickt werden. Wenn einmal Unterlagen geschickt sind, dann reicht das. Gibt nur Antrag. There's an application form you have to just write that you want to they write in your application that do you want to take the Kenntnisprüfung or do you want to avoid Kenntnisprüfung and go for Gutachten.
Okay,
so there you have to see that you mark the point where it says that you want to go for Gutachten and not avoid Gutachten. That way. Gerne. Yeah, Dr. Sushmita.
Okay, sir. Sir, I want to know, can you guide me over the scholarships for doctors they have, when they can apply, when they're doing PG or before that?
What kind of scholarship do you mean, Dr. Susmita?
Like
because you get salary in Germany when you're working as a doctor. So you get a stipend, not the stipend. Stipend is the wrong word for that. You get a full salary, which is in the beginning around 3,000 euros monthly. And it increases. I mean, the brutto that is 5,600 or something. Okay, but the after taxes, after insurance, health insurance, then all the job loss insurance, all those kinds of insurance, at the end for a single person, it comes to around 2,800 to 3,000 euros at the beginning monthly in your bank account. That is.
Okay, so along sorry, okay, you can.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, so along with when we are doing PG. So we can work in hospitals too, like 2 sources.
Your PG is a work in hospital.
Okay, so when we are doing PG, okay. Sorry, sir. So when we are doing PG, we have to just it's like from like India only study and
study on your own and learn on your own and work in the hospital. And because you work in the hospital, they pay you for that.
Okay, no, like for engineers, they have some scholarships. So I thought for doctors,
so engineers are not working. No, engineers are not working. They are studying in the university. You are not studying. It's not your study. It's your training, like hands-on training. That means you're working in the hospital as an employee. You don't get a study contract or a study acceptance letter. You get a work contract, and you also get a work permit. So you are a tax-paying, like not the citizen, but tax-paying resident of Germany. Then, so I would very sincerely suggest Sushmita to watch my videos on the YouTube, please.
Okay. Okay,
because
thank you.
I think I feel that you need some like basics of what is going on, because as you have said that your application is already there in Germany and all. So it should not be a shock that when you land in Germany, then you have no idea what is going on. That has been the case previously. The story of deficit Bescheid, how it came into picture was that 3 years back there was no deficit Bescheid. Everyone came
Okay.
on language visa. That time also said that, okay, do a B2 B1 from Germany, come for B2 to sorry, do your B1 from your home country, further come to Germany on language visa and do the further steps. But exactly this happened, that with consulting companies, people came to Germany and had no idea whatsoever that what the further process is going to be. And they enrolled in language courses, B2 courses here. And after B2 courses, they finished. They thought that after B2, they will get enrolled in the PG course here. But it's not like
Yeah.
that. You have to apply, you have to do everything on your own. And they did not do that. And then they went to the visa office to get the visa extended. And the visa officer then like banged their head on the wall that what should I do with these candidates? They have spent so much time, so much money, and they're here in Germany, and they don't have any, they have not sent the documents for Anerkennung, they don't have any idea of the process. That's why they introduced deficit Bescheid to filter out beforehand itself that,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
if you're going to Germany, that means your documents, many did not have even proper documents when they came like 3 years back or 5 years back. So because they did not know which documents are required. So that's why they ask for these documents beforehand itself nowadays, that, okay, you send everything first to Germany, they will proof it, they will send you a deficit Bescheid, which will mention which are missing, and then we will decide on your visa. So this is a short story about the deficit Bescheid. So please go on the channel and watch the videos. You'll get a lot of information on there.
Like this month and last month, I've got just aware of all the things. Before that,
Okay.
last year my internship was going on, so I was only focused on that internship and that my language study. So I didn't
No,
look out
it's not too
what's
late.
going
It's okay.
on. Like
It's not too late. It's not too late. Just that before you come to Germany,
I'm in the
you need to be aware of everything that's going to happen.
yeah, and I'm just pressurized because this year I have given NEET and I got a good rank, but I didn't take the admission and the process because I want to like I don't want to do PG here, but I still want. I gave the exam just to know my stand, like how I'm
So
doing and
that
how
is,
much I know.
I'm sure you are like more confident now with a good rank. So and that plays a very positive role in your entire like outlook towards like future. That, okay, you think that, okay, now in India you got a good rank, that means you are a good candidate. And here also you need to know the bureaucratic things. Those things are not very difficult to understand. Okay, but one has to put some time and effort to understand them. Otherwise, then you will understand. And then these things are not very academic. It does not show any, it does not reflect anything on your like caliber as a doctor. Okay, just so that you have not put so much time and effort to understand the process. If you do that, then you will be fine.
Thank you so much.
All right, I wish you all the best, Sushmita.
Thank
So
you so much.
Vibhash, let's go to Vibhash. Hello Vibhash, please ask your question.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Hello,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
Very good evening.
Good evening. Yes.
First of all, I want to congratulate you on your FOCARTS degree as you completed.
Thank you very much, Vibhash.
Actually, I didn't have any such doubt because I am in midway between legalizing my documents in India because there are discrepancy between my degree and passports. Just participating in this session to get more information. And that's all.
Hopefully the things that we have talked today,
You can
you got some idea, some more information you got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, actually, I am member for last around 1 year, and I have knowledge around of most of the process. But I found out that nowadays that every state has more steps going on, or like process getting tougher and tougher.
Yes.
Like around a year back, the Bayan and NRA don't ask for many documents, but nowadays they are asking for many documents.
True. See, the process is so dynamic here. Let me like interrupt you here. The process is so dynamic here, and so like changing every 3 months. Like as you know, you are in the course since like a long time. The course is now middle, 2 years old. So you are in the course. I have talked many things. So many things have changed over the period of time. Things now which now happen are not there in the course. I intend to update the course as well, but then that because of shortage of time, I'm not able to do that. And so, that's why I keep making YouTube videos like like on other small updates. Even many times I get surprised because for one candidate you send documents and you get a response that's different, and after 3 months you send for another one and there is some other thing that they want and some other documents that they want. So things, that's why one needs to like stay updated and talk to different people who are in the process so that you are updated, because there's no one standard rule which through which all candidates or all applications will be handled. That is one like drawback of the system. So I would say, but we have to work. I mean, we cannot change that. So we have to work on ourselves and like keep accumulating more and more information. Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah. And yes, about the course, as I told that I'm planning to update many things in that, because that course was made in 2020, like before COVID. And
Yeah.
yeah. Now,
Yes, sir. It's
Dr.
still,
Chandan, yeah, please, Vibha, shall we go ahead, or
yeah.
do you have anything that specifically that you want to know?
No, sir. No, sir. You
So
can
we'll
go
give other
ahead.
candidates some a chance to like clear the doubts.
Okay.
And also in the chats,
Okay.
I see there is a conversation going on. I will also put my 2 cents to the conversation at end of the questions, like in a couple of minutes. Chandan Goyal, please go ahead.
Hello, good evening, sir. Dr.
Good
Chandan here.
evening.
Sir, I'm working as an emergency medical officer in Punjab Civil Services for last
Okay.
3-4 years. Sir, I have done my MBBS from Punjab only.
Okay.
I have already gone through all the videos on the YouTube, so I know about the process. Like, but a few things that I wanted to ask. The first thing I want to know, like, can we go there on study visa and do this process, like apply for FSP and apply for deficit Bishai, or is there problem with like going there for study and you can't go for like your
No, you can do
qualification
that. But see, I'll take the first question. Or do you have like more questions? Then you can ask all the questions, and I'll go like one by one to each question.
Yes, sir. So second thing, sir, I wanted to ask specifically about certificates. Like, I read like in Indian certificates, they don't accept the Indian apostille something.
True.
So can we go for like Epic?
No.
Agency
See,
from America?
no. See, that is the little problem. I'll take these 2 questions first, and then we'll see if you have more questions. About the first question was about the student visa, right? The student visa, you can come, but for student visa, you need to study, right? You need to study in some university. Okay, that means you'll have to find a course, a MSc course or BA course or some postgraduate course or graduate course for that matter. There are courses in PhD. You can enroll in for PhD as well, English taught PhD courses. So that you can find on DARD website. DARD. I will mute you, Chandan, because I'm hearing some disturbance in the back. After I'm finished, I'll unmute you again. Okay, so yeah, so you can go on the DARD website. DARD website, you will see different courses. You can enroll in those courses, and then you can come as basically as a normal student, like engineering candidates do. Okay, they come as to study in a university. You can enroll and do that. And meantime, you can side by side keep learning language and apply for FSP and then apply for KP, and you can do everything. Only thing is that when you take 2 years of course, the courses are of 2 years duration. Okay, so if you are finished in these 2 years, like within these 2 years, if you are finished in 1 year itself with language and FSP and everything, then you will have the thought that, okay, should I continue the course and complete it, or should I not complete, like just leave the course and do my medical thing? So that way there's a time lag, like timing has to be managed, that okay, I will take 2 years, I will complete the study, side by side I can do this. It's a good opportunity, one can do that. And also there's a matter of cost, because when you enroll in a private university, any course, then it will cost you around say 16,000 euros. So that is also one matter, that about the cost and the timeline. Okay, so that is because I have had candidates in our consulting itself that who did that, and then when it came that for example, one had a job in anesthesia. Okay, but he was like, his course was still 1 year or like 8 months remaining. His BA course he was doing, some dance medicine, something like that, in Heidelberg. Okay, so that time the thought was that should we just abruptly leave the course and pursue here? Then later on, he decided that no, rather I would complete my degree. I'll have a German BA degree as well, and then I will continue. So that prolonged the duration basically. Okay, so that if you're fine with that, it's a more secure way. Financially, it puts little strain, but it's a very secure way. In these 2 years, you earn one additional degree as well. That is about that is about the thing. And about the apostille, you said correctly that Indian apostille is not accepted because Germany and India does not have that apostille treaty between each other. What one can, and the EPIC and the ECFMG is also not accepted here in Germany. So what one does is that the German authorities, they do it themselves. That means you have to send the attested copies, attestation from the German embassy near you. Basically, VFS Global. VFS Global is the subsidiary. Basically, they have basically outsourced it. The German embassy has outsourced it to VFS Global. VFS Global does this attestation work for you. They charge you like 23 euros per document. And these attested documents have to be sent to the authorities in Germany. Authorities, I mean the licensing authority. The licensing authority, they will do the rest. Okay, so some states like state of Niedersachsen, they do the Echtheitsprüfung. That is the correct. The Echtheit means the reality check. If it is true documents or false documents. For that, they send the documents again to your home country, to India, to some lawyer, to some law firm that they are partnered with. And that law firm, they will go, for example, to your medical college and ask that, okay, Dr. Chandan, did he study from your institute? The authority from your college has to agree that, okay, yes, this doctor was with us and this is true document. So that way do the Echtheitsprüfung. Many states don't do that. That's why Niedersachsen takes a lot of time, because they do this Echtheitsprüfung of the documents. Many documents, many authorities nowadays don't do that. They just believe on that document, and if problem arises in future, then obviously then they react to it. But that's why, so this is how a process is. Because now, initially they were much more like inclined and much more focused on Echtheitsprüfung, because they did not know the documents from India. They did not know which institute, what is the system there. Now, in the last 5-6 years, they have like quite a good idea about the institutes over there, the documents that are issued over there, the medical education that is over there. So now they don't focus much on the Echtheitsprüfung. Okay, so I hope I have answered your question, Chandan.
Yes, sir. Sir, I wanted to ask, like now, from this November, they have started this APS thing, where they already it has verify before applying for study visa. You have to get the
Study
APS
visa,
certificate.
yes. So
Yes,
yes,
sir.
that
So,
when it is once verified, then it should not be a problem.
okay, so that certificate will be valid for, like, when I apply for deficit of Vishai, so I will
Yes.
I can apply for with that certificate only. If my these are true, like they are real.
Yes, you can apply that, and documents, attested documents you have to send as it is. No, they still want to have your attested documents.
Sir, another thing I wanted to ask about the Indian transcripts. Like I read everywhere in Europe or Germany, like they mention credit hours or time. Like Indian transcripts, we just mention like
Does not.
pathology.
Yes. You have to submit what you get, right? You cannot ask your institute to like prepare a new one for you, because Indian documents, we have processed many documents, and every document is the same format. Like they have the table of subjects, table of marks, and then you have another document with the table of hours. Like, okay, anatomy so many hours, physiology so many hours, that way. So that works fine. That is accepted everywhere. You don't have
No,
to
sir,
go in
like
the European system of PCTS.
hours are not mentioned on the neither on the mark sheets or nor on the degree. Only
That you have
marks
to get
and
additionally. That you have to get then additionally. Some institutes don't mention, they just have transcript of marks, but for Germany to application, you need transcript of hours as well, number of hours. Okay, so
okay.
that is
Sir,
basically
one
the
last
curriculum. Yes, please go ahead.
Sir, one last question was about the experience. Like I have 3-4 year experience working like government hospital and another private hospital. So the experience certificate, they all those needs to be tested and verified also. Like
Yes,
I
that
have
will
to
help
use.
you. Yes, you have to, every document that you send, it has to be attested and it has to be translated. So apart from the curriculum, which is a booklet, like 200 pages booklet, that you don't translate, because you will go bankrupt probably when you get translate those documents, because translation cost per page is approximately 40 to 50 euro when you translate it from Germany. Okay, so I mean, there are different translators. I'm giving you a rough idea about how it is. So if you translate 200 pages, it will be very, very, very expensive. And also the German authorities have mentioned in their website that the curriculum and passport, that does not need to be translated. That can be of English. Okay, if it is a language other than English, then obviously it has to be translated, but otherwise English documents are okay, these two. But rest have to be translated.
Sir, one last thing. The curriculum, do we need curriculum for deficit beside also? Like we are going for FSP.
It's better. Yes, it's better when you apply with curriculum. It's important for people. I mean, that way, I mean, they will not ask you again. Otherwise, they might ask you again that, okay, where is your curriculum? What was the curriculum of your education? So, but getting curriculum is not a big task. I mean, you can get it from your college. You can just ask them and make it personalized curriculum that they should mention like your name somewhere on that, that you, Dr. Chandan, has studied at this institute from this year till this year and has studied as per this curriculum attached. So I would recommend to send it with curriculum. Otherwise, you have to explain to them that why you don't want to send, why it is difficult to get. And actually, it's not very difficult to get. Every institute has that. Every institute can give it to you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. I had this
You're
question
welcome,
for so
Chandan.
long. And now
No problem.